decision to leave Port Charles. It's my decision to stay in Mexico. I need to figure out my own life, be on my own.
You know you're not alone. You do have a family.
Yeah, but if I stay here, I won't hurt them anymore.
They've been waiting for you to come out of that coma for a year, Michael.
That was a big disappointment when I did.
You know that's not true.
I'm glad that you and Sam showed up for Christina's sake. You guys can get her home safe. But, I mean, if you think you can make me go...
I'm not here to force you to go back.
Spinelli told us a few days ago when we checked in with him. He said that Mom said that she forced Claudia off the road, that she was too tired and upset, and she'd accidentally swerved into Claudia's car. She's basically taking full responsibility.
Lying. I'm the one who forced Claudia off the road that night.
I know.
I'm not trying...
Some kind of angle to get me to come home.
You know I don't play you, Michael.
I know. Yeah, that was a cheap shot.
I would like you to hear me out before you make your final decision.
Oh, listen, but I already know what I'm doing.
Okay? You did not run Claudia off the road. And the cops aren't looking for you anymore.
You figured out some way to cover it up,
No.
didn't you?
Alexis confessed, and the cops have the evidence to confirm that.
I thought it was me. I thought... I lost my cool completely. Like, my head was gonna explode. I thought my baby brother died because I'm out of control.
You don't have to blame yourself anymore, and you definitely don't have to hide.
Then I can stay right here and live my life the way I want.
I knew you were the driver of the car the night of the accident, by the way you were acting.
If you knew, why would you let Mom take the blame?
I was out of town when Mom confessed to the accident. And by the way, your story is the only one that contradicts anything that's going on. You did have a fight with your boyfriend, didn't you?
Let me get this straight. Mom confesses and everyone just believes her?
The police found paint chips on the side of Claudia's car that came from one of the hybrids, and not the one that Mom was driving, but the spare one.
The one I was driving. I'm feeling so awful about Michael carrying around all the guilt.
Yeah, but Michael made that assumption. That is not your fault.
I told him I could have been the one who caused the accident, and he told me not to say anything. He said he would just stay in Cancun and take all the blame.
Really? And you were just gonna let him?
I don't pretend to know.
Anyone should understand what I'm going through. It's you. After your accident, you didn't fit right back in your old life, so you got a new one. Why shouldn't I get a new one, too?
Are we really going to sit here and compare brain damage? Because I had no memory. I didn't feel connected to anybody. I thought I was alone, so you know what? I figured I would go out and do whatever the hell I wanted to do and not hurt anybody, but that wasn't the case.
So did you feel sorry about leaving the Quartermains?
I'm sorry that I hurt him the way that I did, and I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. I don't want you to regret hurting your family, especially Morgan.
Morgan? Morgan's better off without me. If I go home, I'll be around a bunch of people who feel nothing but sorry for me. You know, I want a life where getting shot doesn't define me.
It doesn't have to define you. You have people who love you, who care about you, who need you.
You want to bring me home for Mom, you can't stand a failure. It's my life.
And that's why it has to be your choice.
It wasn't my idea for Michael to confess. Being here, being on the run, that was all Michael's idea.
And you were just going along for the ride.
Claudia was the one who lost her baby that night. When I heard about it, I felt horrible.
Yeah, but you didn't feel horrible enough to tell me the truth when I asked you about it, or to go to the police, or to tell Michael, for crying out loud. You know how much guilt that kid is carrying around.
Michael knows the truth now, and it's up to him to decide what he wants to do.
What about you? Because you don't have an opinion.
You said Mom handled it.
No, I said Mom confessed. This is far from handled.
She's not in jail or anything, right?
You know, when I was a kid, I had no problem letting other people take blame for the mistakes I made. I would just keep my mouth shut and walk along.
But I can't? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we already talked about this, Christina. The first lie leads to bigger lies, and that leads to facing the consequences of your actions.
I told you I feel bad.
Hey, listen to me. This is not like staying past your curfew. You ran a pregnant woman off the road. You cover that up, you're gonna live with that for a really long time.
I can't risk telling.
This is not a risk. This, look at me, is the truth.
I don't get to make mistakes like that, Sam. I have college plans, everything my mom wants me to do.
You made a mistake. Lying about it, it's gonna make it so much worse.
I heard you the first 10 times. How many? This just shows me that you don't get what I'm saying.
Get what?
Mom doesn't care if I tell the truth. She cares about me staying on track and being the perfect daughter. That's why she lied. That's why she covered for me.
All of a sudden.
I've said what I needed to say. I think you can work the rest out with your parents.
Where's Michael?
He's at the boat shack. He says he wants to stay.
Did you tell him he wasn't a suspect anymore?
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Fine. You might as well hear it from me. Michael's innocent. So is my mother. I was the one who forced Claudia off the road. I was driving without a license. I got in a fight with my boyfriend and I was crying. It was stupid and I'm sorry. This is where you lay into me for ruining Michael's life.
Everybody makes mistakes. It's how you face up to them that counts.
What'd you guys do, make notes? Never mind. I have to go.
Wait a minute. Chrissy,
Don't worry, I'm not gonna run away. I just have to figure something out.
Thank you. For not laying in to her with both feet. Because I have a feeling when she gets home, things are gonna get a lot worse. All right, now what? If we go home without Michael, Sonny, and Carly are gonna have a complete meltdown, not to mention Jax.
I can't force him to leave.
Really, I mean, not to put a fine point on it, but I think you can, because Michael totally adores you. He'll do anything you say, not to mention he is a minor, and I don't think he's really good at the independent thing for a lot of reasons. And if Sonny and Carly come down here to Cancun to find him, Michael, if he runs off, he can get himself into a lot of trouble.
If I force him to come back, then he runs away again. That's why it has to be his decision.
Well, you know, I can sort of see why he likes it down here. It's sort of like a close second to Hawaii.
Well, I did call for the jet.
Okay.
It's gonna take a little while, so if you want, you can go down to the water and take a swim.
I'm tempted. I am, but you know, I could just settle for maybe a walk on the beach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. But your leg is kind of hurt, so maybe we could just sit on the sand and watch the water or something.
Okay, sounds great.
Maybe we should come down the elevator and then come back up again, or talk really loud when we're walking
Jason
down
and
the
I were
hall.
just discussing whether or not we should take a walk on the beach or wait for you guys to come here.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Well, you're here now. We should get going unless you came to say goodbye. When we get back, we can't tell anyone we saw Jerry or that I was shot.
Why not?
Because my mom, she's not supposed to be upset while she's pregnant, so, I mean, if she found out that Jason got shot, especially by Jerry, she'd flip out.
So we just won't tell Carly?
No, we just won't tell anybody.
So you're just gonna let it go? That Jerry shot you?
Just until the baby's born. Don't you think your mom's under enough stress?
Yeah. Please, Chrissy. Look, I've been so unfair to my mom. I'd like to do one thing right for her.
Fine, I won't say anything. It'll give my mom one less thing to melt down about.
Thank you.
That was weird. I think that's the first time you've thanked me for anything. I told you we walked in on something. I think they got back together.
We're going home to face the music, and all you can think about is their love life. Dude, that is such a girl thing to do.
I'm just saying, when two people think it's over, it doesn't have to be.